So friends, we will wait for 1 more minute. Then we start our meditation, followed by experiences sharing. And Madhu and myself would like to share also some of our insights that and our experiences from our recent India trip. Okay, friends, let us start. Please take a relaxed posture. Cross your legs one above the other. Sit wherever you feel comfortable. If you would like to sit on the floor or very much comfortable on a chair, however you wish. Only thing is cross your legs one above the other. Clasp your hands fingers into fingers and place them over your lap. Before that, if you are wearing any glasses, kindly remove them. Close your eyes. And just have a smile. It's the best way to relax ourselves. And change the whole energy. It just eases. Whatever thought, memory comes to you, and the moment you notice it, just smile at it as you witness it, and no any further interaction with it. Everything happened for a great reason. As we hear this, it resonates very well with our inner being. And it helps in smiling, acknowledging any thought or memory that we become aware of. And let us embrace our guide, our guru, our own breath. Normal, natural, tranquil breath. Every single breath we become aware of, we naturally become aligned with great things, grand things. Every single breath thoughts only remind us to become one with our breath. They're reminding to just witness them and then align to our breath. Normal, natural breath. We are also fortunate in meditating together, creating an energy grid, helping each other, in making our meditation much more energetic and deeper and deeper. Every conscious, aware breath strengthens this energy grid. So just be with your breath. Just be with your breath. Last 2 minutes. What a wonderful time to be together. Everything is just wonderful. All is well. So be grateful to everything that is coming to your thoughts now. And have a sense of gratitude to life as a whole. Last 1 minute. Slowly bring back your awareness to your surroundings and to your physical body. Last 20 seconds. Five, four, three, two, 1, 0. Slowly place your hands over your eyes for a few seconds. Whenever you're ready, you may open your eyes and take off your hands. Thank you, friends. Hope you all had a wonderful meditation. Anyone would like to share your experience? Please do. You can unmute yourself. Or would like to share anything, you're most welcome.
Hi Ramji. It was a wonderful meditation.
Great.
During all this last 1 or 2 weeks, it's been whenever we have meditation, it's been healing journey. So even today, I had an image where there has been a knife inserted in my chest, because of my there is a heartbreak recently, and then it's kind of healing. I had some visuals like this, but I want to ask how long does it usually take to heal and again be back to talking to the person normally again?
Well, it depends on a lot of things that we consciously do not know. So let the process take its own time. There is never a hurry. So you just be in the process and let it unfold on its own.
Okay, Ramji. Thanks.
We are here today after, let's say, probably many lifetimes of waiting, or maybe thousands of years of waiting to be here and meditating. So in such a long time, as we do not remember, we just want to rush when we are here meditating. So just be patient. Know that the whole process is happening in the most best possible way that we can ever imagine. So just let the universe take care of it, let the nature take care of it, let your higher self take care of it. You just be in the process.
That's
No
right.
hurry and nothing to worry.
Wonderful.
Thank you. Thank you, Sandeep, for sharing. Anyone else, friends?
Hi Ram, hi. That's
Hi,
wonderful music. Is that the live music?
Yeah.
Right. I can feel that. No thoughts. Actually, today it was so wonderful. I didn't get any thoughts. Usually, I'll get one or two, but until you said it's only 2 minutes and all, then I came I'm aware. It's I went somewhere. It's we say in yoga, that one yoga nidra, right? So it will be so blissful after we finish that, so relaxed. That's what I enjoyed today. It was very wonderful. Thank you very much. Thanks a lot.
Wonderful to hear that, Meena. Thank you. Thank you, Harita. Thank you, Basma. Anyone
Hey
else?
Ram,
Hey,
this
Deepika.
is
Hi.
Deepika. It's so nice to see you all. Yeah, it was great meditation, and yeah, I mean, I today I have a question. I don't know, I know we shouldn't like pressure somebody to meditate, but when you see somebody who can take great benefit by meditating and they're not doing, uh I mean, I don't know how to just not pressure or do anything about it. Can you share some insights on what exactly is our role? Like, it's a close family member and I really don't know how to go about this.
Yeah. So that's a nice question, Deepika ji. So, um, what are your expectations? Why do you want to share meditation?
Uh, because I know there are a lot of things that changed me as a person when I started meditation. And again, I'm able to influence a lot of people around me, but when it comes to close family, it's not having much success. But I do know there is lot of things we can eliminate if they start meditating. But
So, I think, the moment you have an intention to share meditation, that is in itself brings a lot of change in and around. So, and then we need to give time and space to the other person, because only when they are ready, they will be connecting to you what you are sharing. So we need to be patient, as much patient as we are when we are meditating. It is the same that we need to reflect upon, even in the outside world, when we share and speak about meditation. No force can take us to a no thought state in meditation, right? The more you force yourself to reach a meditative state, the tougher it is. It is the same on the outside. The more you force others to meditate, unless they had been there already and they know what it is to meditate, in very rare cases they might connect. But it is the other way around. The more we expect them to meditate, even we expecting them to meditate is a way we are forcing them in a mental way, or on an energetical way. Sometimes it works on the opposite way, because we want them as much to meditate, expecting them to get better. But within us, we have an energy that they are not better now, so they have to meditate. So, as we think that they are not better now, we are only giving that to that thought more energy, and they are more, that takes them much farther away. So, accepting them and having that intention that um, we are sharing something that benefited us, and when they are ready they will be there with you. So
okay.
just speaking about it is my job, is your job, is everyone's job. And having the right intention, without an intention that and now they are not good, and when they do it they will be good. No, we are all in the right process. They being close to you is already a great thing. So they are ready for the information. So just give them time, and um, once you say it, and you once they notice, and once it is their time, they will just come to you.
Yeah, I never thought about it in that perspective, because something like health issues, or like I kind of heal, not 100%, but I healed a lot of my health issues that was causing a lot of pain and all that. So I see them going through similar things, and I kind of, okay, this is something you can really take benefit of. But again, I never thought of it in that perspective. So, okay. Thank you very much, Ram.
Yeah, I never asked Madhu to meditate.
Okay.
you know, so I was meditating for myself, and it took for her 2 years, and I never asked her to meditate,
Oh,
because
wow.
I
It took
felt,
2 years. Okay.
I mean, for her to start meditating, and it needed some of her experiences to contemplate, and then find for her own answers, and then say, okay, let me try meditation. So, although there were all examples around her, it took some time. And during this time, I never asked her, I never forced her, I never, but she knew that meditation is there, meditation will help. Who on this planet Earth don't know the word meditation now? There is no one. Who on this planet Earth does not know that when they meditate, lot of good things happen? I think almost none. So it is just a matter of time and they being ready. So we have to be patient and with the right intention and energy towards all of them. They're all in the right path, waiting for their clock to tick. So sooner or later, they will all be meditating.
Okay. Thank you, Ram. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Namaste.
Hi, Vasanta ji, Malika ji. Yeah, one of you can go and then next one.
Please go ahead.
Okay, thank you. Just what Deepika was asking, I would like to share my experience. My family member were not used to meditation. When I started meditation, they were missing me, and they keep on saying, "Why you are spending so many hours in meditation?" Then at that time, I made some affirmations like positive thinking, saying my family members are cooperating me, and they also start meditating. Like small, that type of affirmation, they helped me a lot. Like now we all meditate together about a half an hour or so. I do long hours, but they join me for a half an hour meditation every day. Maybe that will help you, Deepika ji. I just wanted to share my experience.
Thank you so much. I will try that.
Yeah. Thank you, Ramji.
Thank you, Malika ji. That's a nice intention to put. Great, thank you for sharing that. Vasanta ji, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm kind of new to meditation. I've started doing this about 2 months, I should say, and I'm trying to do it as much as I can, so anywhere around 2 hours to 3 hours per day. Thing that I had is in relation to Deepika ji. So in case of grown-ups, right? So that probably what you were suggesting, like the intention is there. Eventually they'll pick up, they'll be ready at some point. So we should have that kind of a vision for them. But in case of children, like I want to introduce this to my kids who are about 8 and 10 now. So they are not so ready for it. They kind of, but I once in a while I just talk to them about the benefits of meditation. But I really want them to try it out. But it's not going to that level. For grown-ups, I understand they can probably decide, like all these years I haven't meditated, but this came into my life when I'm ready for it probably. So I still have that dilemma, like, am I putting enough effort to make my kids realize that this is it, or shall I leave them with the intention that they will pick up at some time, because they are at that adolescence age? So what should be my contribution towards it?
Yeah, I will let Madhu to answer this. Madhu. How would you guide a 8-year-old kid into meditation? How can the family members guide or help them so that they start meditating?
Wow. I think Ram had explained before, Vasantaji, that being just doing a meditation for our own selves, kids are the very good observers. They keep on observing. This is what we have noticed in India when we were in India this time. What we do is we just meditate, and we don't impose our ideas on the kids. So when we are in that calm zone, when we are so much relaxed, and when we do things in a relaxed manner, kids see the difference. What is that thing that mama is doing, and she's so calm now. So they approach us and they ask us, so that they want to learn from us. That is the time we see that they are ready. So that's how we also secure our kids' future. Yeah.
Can
Okay.
I add something, Madhu?
Yes, Meena, please go ahead.
Yeah, what I've noticed is the family members, the husband and the kids, are the last to change in the family, because everyone else change. I mean, they come into meditation. What I observed in my life is I started for friends and family, and my children, when they asked them to come into meditation, they are now 15 years old. They said like, oh, it's for the old people, who is going to do meditation. I'm not, because they are teens, they have
Yeah.
their voice to speak. So when I started meditation, and when friends and other families started expressing their benefits, what they have got through meditation, and how I have spent my time reading books and being more in meditation session and workshops, that's where they are interested, and they asked like, can we do meditation? What are the benefits? Will I get good marks if I start meditating? What will happen? When I started explaining that, your mind will be clear, you will reduce your study time. And also, there was a session on the YouTube, I think. I think, Madhu, you shared that Indrani someone.
Yes, Indrani,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah, that
Yes.
I asked them to watch that one. And now we all meditate together now 30 minutes. That's a
Wow.
good change. And what I noticed is 85%, 90% kids will look and learn. We don't need to tell them.
Exactly.
They just look what we are doing and they copy us. That's what I have done, and they are into meditation now. I'm very happy for that. Yeah, that's my input for that. Thank you.
Yeah, and I also noticed this time when we were in India, our brothers, Ram's brothers, have kids, and when we force them to meditate, they will not do it. So when we ask them to meditate, when we explain the benefits of meditation, and how in a story, by telling some stories, they really get connected, and I'll ask them, come, let's sit for 5 minutes, let's do it, and then let's go for play cricket. So that's how they enjoy doing that. So there is no force, there is only joy. It's only sharing of communication, and all these things. So yeah. Thank you for
Thank
putting
you
this
all.
question, Vasantaji.
Yeah. We can also tell stories like Madhu at the end of meditation, so kids all will come and join.
Yes, yes, we can do that. I think that that's the best way, like what I'm planning to do is in the next days, like every after we finish the meditation, we will read a story. So maybe at that time we will ask kids to sit along with us and listen to the story at least. Yeah.
Okay. So that was a nice sharing. Yes, Mridulaji, would you like to add something, please?
It's kind of related, but I'm just thinking about my childhood. I didn't grow up with, I grew up in rural Minnesota with, I think I posted, there were no Indian people, no Indian culture, but my aunts came and my uncles came and they told stories. I love Mother's idea. And, all the Indian culture and all the traditions, everything, I was a little girl, so I learned from the stories and I got interested and it's in me. It's part of me now. So nobody could have said, read this, do this, be like this. They just kind of told the stories and I got the interest and I'm just sharing my experience. So I'm just probably meditation is that way too. And I love Mother's idea of kids joining in the stories because that's something that you just ask them to listen and or join, and if they're interested the stories will kind of be part of them. I don't know if I'm just sharing my experience as a child, that grew up here without any, of the Indian culture or influence like that. So, and, for people who have meditation that's new to them, especially children and others that you want to, you just invite them to join in a story. And that is the best way to. So I love that idea, Madhu. I
So
heard you.
let's do it then. Yeah, let's do it. Yes, it will be really amazing. So that I'll plan for a short stories, very meaningful stories where kids can also reflect upon. So let's do it from tomorrow. Yeah. Now, would you like to add something or share your experiences?
So that was a nice Q&A and sharing session. That was so beautiful. Thank you all for participating in this. Anyone else would like to share anything, please please unmute yourself and do that, or we move on to the next. You would like
I
to
have a question, Ram. One question. Last, I won't take much time. Do you ever get angry? Like you meditate a lot, right? Do you ever get that? Because sometimes, even though I meditate, sometimes I feel like just a quick anger, not anger, I say frustration, something. And then I think like, oh, I'm meditating. Maybe I should not have behaved that way. And also, yeah, and someone in the family will say, oh, you are so calm all these days, you meditate a lot, and why did you burst up now? Does that happen, or is that only me, like am I not properly meditating?
So if I reflect upon this, looking back, since I started meditating, in the initial days, let's say, I grew more and more calmer. And then later, I can say that I was almost always in a zone of balance. And then I did also notice that I was pretty much becoming more and more aware of my emotions, to an extent that I had no more any bad feelings sometimes when I get angry. Also, because I later realized, as I was aware of these emotions, that that was the only possible way to be in that situation, or to express certain things in those situations. However, I could count on my fingers maybe once, twice in these 20 years that such things had happened. And whenever these, let's say, emotion of anger arised, I was pretty much aware to an extent that I could feel the heat within my body as the anger grew up, and I could sense, it sounds um, pretty strange, but I could feel very heat within my head, and even my breath becomes hot. So I started to become more and more aware of it, and I realized that that was the only way to be in that situation. And what happened, very magical to me, was once that situation had passed over, in just a second, it was as if you switch on another switch, back to normal. Everything is like a very stable pond, I would say. So I say that we should not be thinking anger as something bad. However, uncontrolled or unknown anger, on which we are not control of our own emotions, is something, in my personal experience, is not helping us. However, it did happen for me, as I said, very few times that I did get anger, and I did not regret, after that situation in the past, before meditation, when certain things happen. I noticed that after the event had passed, I do reflect, and I sometimes feel bad. I should have not got anger, or I should have not said or did these things. And the difference after meditation on these few occasions, when I express myself with anger, I'm pretty much aware to an extent that each word was not directed to the people, but was referred to the situation. And after that event happened, the people who were involved also, I did notice that they come out in a very harmonious way. So there was no any personal, how do you say, it was not affecting any relationship or anything, rather it was helping that situation. So becoming aware, you don't feel bad. I never felt bad later, even in these little occasions when I felt anger. So just enjoy every emotion that comes.
Beautiful, beautiful explanation, Ram. Maybe I still need to get there to be calm and quiet. A still long way.
Enjoy even if you get anger. I mean, it's okay. So only thing is you become more and more joyful in every emotion. So
Yeah.
Yeah, I still remember the days when we got married. We got married in 2008, and we moved to Egypt. And I was not having any friends, and he was coming from office very late to home, and I used to get very angry, and he was not getting angry, and I want to get into fight, and he was very balanced. That frustrated me a lot initially, but later, after seeing him, the amount of patience he has, and how balanced he is, and that made me to come into meditation in one way. That how can one be that composed, and how can one be that much like balanced, and he has been a great inspiration to me. Yeah.
these are all things I think somehow we get inspired by looking at situations around and reading books and all the things. So for me, I remember one of someone was explaining about relationships and how things happen, and they reflect upon every emotion, particularly if it is related to anger, as something like a game of tennis. So someone is hitting a ball very hard, and the other player, if he is not hitting it back, the first player will just wait. Then he takes another ball and he hits. Then there is no response from the other player. Maybe it frustrates in the initial first, he thinks, I'm in a game and you are not hitting it back. But then as they keep doing it 10 times, 15 times, 20 times, they realize that the other player is not interested in the game anymore. So they stop hitting it back and they find different other way to reflect upon, and things will happen in a different way. So anger sometimes is just upon how we react in a situation to what the other person is also throwing at us. So it's really fun, becoming. Once we become more and more aware, all these things are pretty fun, and you can just laugh at these things. So it's a game to enjoy. Yeah.
Yeah.
So Basma. Yes, Haritaji. Yeah, please go ahead. You want to add something?
Sorry, I was just I was going to say that it's a wonderful session. I just wanted to say one thing because I saw Madhuji. We did a raw food retreat, and then last 3 days I have been doing the raw food. So I just wanted to say thank you. So I just
Wow.
wanted to go back and do that again, just to I thought it's a time. Just let me do for one day, but then it's the third day. I still am doing. Thank you so much for
Superb.
introducing that.
Superb.
Thank you.
Great. That's great, Hartaji. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
We have, I don't know, is it Basma, BH? So anyways, she or she is asking, is it something we should consciously do while meditating, like becoming aware of our emotions? Well, meditation in itself is about we becoming aware, right? The moment we close our eyes, we are just noticing our thoughts. So we are, uh, yeah, fine, Basma. So we are practicing becoming more and more aware. So we don't need to have any intention as we go into meditation to become aware of emotions, because meditation in itself that is that we are practicing becoming more aware. So the more we practice meditation, the more we become aware of everything. So meditation is not just about this 20 minutes, 30 minutes, 1 hour, 2 hours that we do it, but it is about how we live the rest of the 22 hours, 23 hours. Yeah. So we also become aware automatically. It's like when you go to the gym for 1 hour, that is enough for the full day. You don't just stay in the gym for 24 hours, right? So this is the awareness gym. Meditation is an awareness gym. And then the rest of the day also automatically, as you keep doing it regularly, you become more aware of your day, of your everything in your wakeful states of the day. So these things will naturally happen, naturally. So just enjoy, because we were all naturally that when we were kids. Now we have learned not being in those states. So meditation is all about regaining those states of naturality. So let things unfold. So, Sandeep ji, can you share your insights on letting go? So, uh, well, as far as we need to understand that everything happens for a great reason, for the best reason, and everything is planned and had been chosen, many of the situations in our life, by ourselves, because we have chosen in order that we learn some things, or rather we have to undergo those experiences. May consciously we know it or we do not know it, this is the truth. So unless and until we realize that we create our own reality, we are creating our own experiences because we have chosen them to have them in our lives. So once we get to this understanding, automatically we can let go of things, or on the first place there is not even a question of letting go, because we do not take anything harsh, because we know that everything is happening in a perfect manner as per our wish, because we have created these experiences. So letting go is only at the first place because we think that something is happening against what we wish. But when we realize that each and every experience is just but our own choice to experience at our soul level, we realize that all is well. So it naturally, let's say, we don't fall into the trap of thinking that something bad had happened or someone did bad to us, so we need to forgive them. Forgiving cannot happen unless we understand these things. Or on the first place, we don't need to forgive anyone, because none had done any time bad to anyone. It is just a agreement between both of you that you need to experience, and one has to do in that particular way. So what can we do to realize these things? We need to understand about our soul's plan. We need to understand about concept of karma. We need to understand that we have lived many times in the past. This is not the first time. We need to understand that no one in our life is by chance, but it's by our choice. So we need to read books. The more we read books, the more, because deep within us, we all know that, because this is part of each one's choice and plan. only thing that we are not consciously aware of it. So even one particular experience, you get to know these things, that is enough for this lifetime. So keep reading books. Reading books is like unlocking some things within ourselves. Keep reading books. There are beautiful books about these things. Your Soul's Plan by Robert Schwartz. There is all the books by Your Soul's Gift, and then there are all books by Dr. Brian Weiss. There are millions and millions of books. If we are not spending time in reading books, we are losing a great opportunity to unlock, or let's say to accelerate. Imagine you are going to a certain place and you are in a car and you would like to reach that place because that is why you're traveling, and you do not know that there is an accelerator just beside your leg, and you will only notice it later towards the end. So how do you feel? So it is the same thing. When you do not read books, you're not pressing on that acceleration pedal. So
One question on that, Ramji, is like, now I feel like I have so much things to read. Like there are so many books, but from our sessions now, I kind of realized that I need to schedule 1 hour, let's say 1 hour every day just for it. But like, if there are so many options, like how do I choose what to read and what not to read?
you don't choose the books. The books will choose you. So the book you are now reading is the book that you must be reading. That's it. So then when you finish that book, someone tells you, or you read it somewhere, or you find a book, or you have a calling that you must read a particular book. So anyways, if you're reading, you're already on the right direction. If you're not reading, do start it. Maybe if you're reading 10 minutes a day, half an hour a day, and you feel like there are so many books to read, which means that is an inner calling for you to spend more time on reading, right?
Okay.
So the whole life is not enough as we keep reading and going and learning.
True.
So we keep thriving on that, and that's enough. And that when you thrive, that's your inner calling to spend more time on reading.
Is there a like qualitative aspect, like should we focus more on the qualitative aspect than the quantity of books? Like I feel like it's like never ending, like it's there are so many books, but like are there few specific things that is like encapsulates everything, and something like that? Because going minimalistic, like from now it's
Well, there are so many masters out there. Yeah, it's like when you like sweets. Would you like to say, I will just eat this chocolate and that's fine? Or you will say, wow, I have whole of my life ahead and I would love to taste every sweet possible in this world.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, one sweet a day.
Yes. So of course you eat one sweet at a time. You don't take all the sweets at the same time. But when you like the sweet will find you.
Makes sense, Ramji. Yeah, I feel what will help more is like everyday block sometime just for reading in the evening. That I think that will kind of help me to channelize. Yeah, thanks, Ramji. Thanks, Madhu.
Thank you, Sandeepji. Anyone else, friends? So we would like to share our journey. Recently, we had been to India, and our friends were asking to share our experiences in that trip. So I do not know how much time we have. I mean, we are okay. Are you guys okay? Then we move on. Yes. Yes. Okay then. So I would like to first invite Madhu. So please share your insights.
Yes, I think this trip to India was a very different one compared to the others, because this trip we were able to spend most of the time with the family, and we got to know what it is like to spend time with the complete family, because most of the time I was with Ram's family, and how my emotions were there, and how I was like a daughter-in-law there, and really made me to learn a lot of lessons, because staying outside of India and being here alone, me and my husband, teaching about meditation is something different than when you are there and if you are still implementing the same things. So there were so many instances that happened when we were in the family, that you lose you go out of balance, but then you remind yourself to come back and to realize yourself and to accept everybody and to be in patience, and a lot of things we have learned, I have learned personally, and in this trip I've also understood that speak your truth. Like this is the most important thing. Whatever you feel inside, you should not have any fear in expressing it, or you should not have any fear that what others might think if I share these things. Will they think that I'm wrong? Will they think that I'm bad? So all these things that I have worked on myself this past 1 month, when we were in India, and we have met so many masters in the visit, and got to experience many masters who pyramid masters, like who are into pyramid spiritual societies movement, and how dedicated they are, and each master whom we have met had inspired us in a way that we can do much more. We should not confine ourselves to, we should not limit ourselves to, I can only do this. We can do much more. So when I was there in India, like in one of the cities in Andhra Pradesh, like we had met this wonderful masters, pyramid masters, who have constructed a pyramid with their own money, and the beautiful space they have created, and they invite everybody to meditate in their pyramid ashram. It's in Chittoor. So we happened to go there, and while I was meditating in that space, a strong intuition came to me that right away, when we go back to Germany, we have to find a home, and I'm sure that there is a home waiting for me, for us, and then there will be a garden, and then in that garden there will be a Merkaba pyramid which will be coming, and also there will be a room for the guests, whoever comes from all over the world, that we will be hosting them, and we will be letting them meditate inside the pyramid, and have this kind of ashram kind of environment to the ones who comes to our place to experience the pyramid energies, or to have this communication, to have these sharings, and so this was a strong vision which came when I was in India, and then we are in that process of implementing. And this inspiration came to us by seeing all these wonderful masters who like they have given their time, they have given their money, and they have completely involved themselves in serving others. So this is one of the lessons I have learned in seeing all these masters, and and also I've learned about what is spiritual parenting. Like how one should not parent, and how we can parent. So this was a great lesson I have learned when in India, how to deal with the children, how to be with the children, and how to become a kid when we are with the children. So these things I have learned, and one more thing is, like recently from January 7th, we started a project with my mom. See, we all have some hidden talents. We all have some gifts which are inside us, but we should not say, oh, I cannot do it, because people might think that she's doing something silly. So we always think about the society, because we have a very good name. How can one do these small things? Like so. The story which I'm going to share is of my mom's, because she makes wonderful powders. Like to eat with the groundnuts and like all these things with all the spices. She makes amazing, and our whole family, entire family loves it. So this idea came up, and I went to my mom. Mom, why don't you start a small business, a small wherein everybody can taste your like the one which you make. So here what we have to learn is, friends, that we should always, when we have a thought, immediately we have to implement. May it be in taking the meditation classes, may it be in doing various things. When the idea comes, you should right away implement. We should not wait for it, postpone it, and prolong it. So this is what I did, and my mom is really happy, and I'm very happy. And so yeah, this is my learnings that I've had in India. And of course we have met Patriji and Patri ma'am, and we had been to Dhyana Mahila Chakram, and seen so many masters, and it was a great time in India, enjoyment as well as learning, everything all together. So this is my part of sharing, and I'll ask Ram to share. Please go ahead, Ram.
Thank you, Madhu. Anyone would like to ask any questions to Madhu from what she shared? Please do.
Hi, Madhu.
Hey, Samar. Hey, Samar. Yeah.
I miss you so much. How are you?
All is good, Samar.
Well, speaking of your experience when you were in India, and how come you came up with the thought, and it came to you that you will have a home where you have a room for guests, and people will be invited in for meditation and so on. I remembered when you were in Egypt and you told me, go open your house for a meditation. And so funny that just like today, or maybe yesterday, last January, well, back then I had my own private home where I organized everything in a room and a space. And we had, according to your support and idea, I started with the full moon nights meditation. I've done it January, February, and March, and it was just, the energy of people as they walk in. I felt that, and the feelings of people, and I had the support of Mansoor, Ali, and Ala, and the group back there, and it was wonderful. So I can feel exactly what you're up to and your plan, and I wish I could be there in Germany and join once. And it's perfect. It brings in joy, and it empowers the soul. And see, this January I moved to another place, so I cannot have the same option right now. And I when I recall the experience, it was a blessing that I'm missing right now. So you go ahead, and we'll be joining, by our souls.
You're most welcome, Samar.
Thank you, dear.
I'm sure in the coming future you will do the same. You will have your home, and you will invite people, and you will inspire many.
Well, it's wonderful, the collective energy, and some of it was somehow heavy, I can't deny. And some people came with so much load in, and I remember I called you once, and how I cannot have the whole load within me, and I was, tension once. But this all comes and goes, and what stays is the passion that you would do the next full moon meditation and you enjoy. So good luck to you.
Thank you, Samar.
Thank you, dear.
So that was nice, Madhu, for sharing your experience. So we have Lakshmi ji asking, what is Merkaba pyramid? So Merkaba pyramids are, you can imagine one pyramid. We do not have.
I can share a picture.
So it is basically one pyramid, yeah, and then there is an inverted pyramid within that pyramid. So those are Merkaba pyramids. So we will share some photos in the group. You can see them. So what is found is that the intensity of energy within these Merkaba pyramids is much higher. This is one thing. And the second thing is, as big as there is one inverted pyramid inside it, there is one energy that is going into the earth. So these Merkaba pyramids are supporting much faster healing to the planet Earth. This is what a lot of masters have channeled the messages, and they recommend to construct or have these Merkaba pyramids, particularly in places where you feel that a healing to the land is required. So maybe places where there had been conflicts, wars, a lot of violence in the countries or places, or so they suggest to have these Merkaba pyramids there. So this is a little bit about Merkaba pyramid. However, it is also much more beneficial when you are meditating in these pyramids. You can try them. There are now a lot of Merkaba pyramids that are available for you to purchase. Have them, have them at your
on the ceiling.
yeah.
Is it indoor or outdoor?
So you can have them indoor, like a stand on the top. So a small structural part, that you can do it, or you can even tie it on a ceiling, or you can even construct them outside in your garden where you can go inside and sit and meditate.
So you can order it online.
Yeah.
Yes. We
And
will also share.
does it also give good energy to the house?
Yes. In general, pyramids are all good energies. Yeah. And Merkaba pyramids are much intensified energies. Yeah.
I see. See, we bought recently a house. It's somebody's house, so I want to get it cleansed. So is it a good idea to put pyramids in each room?
No doubt in that. Put pyramids
so
wherever.
Is one enough? Is one pyramid good, or do I need to put lots?
So my suggestion is at least have one pyramid in each room.
Like copper or plastic?
Whichever.
I see.
Yeah, you can experiment.
Is there a size?
One room you can put one copper pyramid, in another room another one. So just. Is
there a size that you recommend? Like
as big size as you can.
Oh, the bigger is it better?
Okay. Well, then you're amplifying or you're increasing the energy field.
Oh, so the bigger it is, like a 6 foot or 8 foot is better then?
Yeah, because then more people can come into that field, right? If it is like as small as cap, imagine. So anyways, it is working. If you just place it, it does its work. But I'm just under that cap field or the pyramid field. But if it is a bigger one that envelops me and Madhu, then we both are getting benefit of it, right?
Okay.
Yeah. But you can place even smaller pyramids, as many number as possible. Places. I mean, there are uncountable pyramids probably in our room here. It's just a small room, but lot of pyramids. Because we use pyramids even to the plants.
I'm trying to get them.
When we see a plant is not coming up proper, we kind of communicate and we support those plants by placing small pyramids in those plants.
Plastic ones.
Oh, you mean you put it around the tree?
No. Inside there is a small plastic pyramids which are available, and we just put it on the
in the soil. Yeah.
On the soil. Just we water it so that
you need to take maybe a class on showing us different pyramids.
Yes, I think we can do one more. Yes. I think it's a calling. When someone asks, I'm sure it's really needed. So we can plan soon one, make your own pyramid, because they are very easy to make. And then we further go into other types of pyramids and how you can integrate them into.
I'm curious what these little pyramids are. You can put around trees, or they're not doing well.
Sure.
Yeah, thank you.
I can show you how them here somewhere. Yeah. So good. So I would like to share a few of my personal experiences during this trip. So I would consider this trip happening during a time of lot of energy changes. We all do know what was last year, and this had got a lot of shift within almost everyone, I can say. So I considered this trip was pretty much interesting to me in particular, because I realized that there was a better clarity, more clarity in myself. I would say it is a combined effect of many things. Probably a shift within me, a shift in the energy, shift in the people and situations where I had been. I had a very clear, somehow deep from within, without any conflict, whom to meet and whom not to meet. Say it so very close, even my aunts, I kind of felt that I cannot meet them anymore. I do love them still. I really have them in my life, but I do not anymore resonate. And without any regrets or any bad feelings, I just felt this is going to do a greater good, and I cannot meet them for reasons like, say, they are meat eaters sometime, and whenever I go to a place, I would realize that I'm doing harm to myself by being in those places, and I could only take a call, and somehow later on I did realize that uh, instantly, deep from within, I could realize when, where, whom not. So this is the first time I started to have these kind of experiences. I only heard from people that this had happened in their lives, but this was something happening first time to me. And even my closest friends, whom I for sure meet every time I go, this time and this time I suddenly felt that's fine. I mean, I don't have any more this calling, as if I wonder if I'm a different person, but I can realize that it's a change. It's a change without any bad intentions, rather a good, knowing that a good thing is happening. And then I did also underwent one of the intense experiences, which was about food. And yes, we are vegetarians, but however, we do have people within our family, our relatives, friends who are not vegetarians. So we were, let's say, not, let's say, always visiting them. But this time, what I realized was, whenever we visit a place where people were not purely vegetarian and we eat at their place, immediately it was not fitting to our bodies, particularly my body. And I fell sick a few times, and every time I reflected upon, I could only find this reason. And I did even experiment on, let me try it out again, and the same result. So I could just say that my body had become more sensitive, or rather, I in a way I was able to know that let me not eat here. And later I realized that yes, not everyone is a vegetarian, and meat is being cooked in that home. So it is not that. Um, how would I say? I mean, I was just making sure that something is hurting me, and just by taking the right choice, yes, I do visit them, but I prefer just having fruits rather than eating a cooked food. I only heard people when they speak about these things, but this is the first time that I started to experience these things. So these choices were so harmonious, and nothing came consciously. Everything was just happening, and I just went with the flow. I just let things happen in their own natural way. So even when I expressed these things to that particular family, I did do it with an intention and from a space of compassion, not from a space of complaint. That was also naturally happening. So I did see that those people who received this information of my states and why I could not eat what they were preparing, they were so graceful enough to accept it. And I did immediately notice that they started to even shift, or rather, a shift started to happen within themselves. So this was pretty interesting for me to notice. So these are two major things that I kind of experienced in this visit. And another interesting thing that happened was all these 5 weeks, wherever we have been, whomever we have met, it was as if that they were waiting that we could go there and we all could sit and meditate. So we had lot of friends, whomever we met. We only ended our, let's say, meeting, speaking about meditation and doing meditation together. All the relatives we met, it was as if they were waiting. There were most of them saying, okay, so speak to me about this. Tell me about meditation, what it happens, how can I come out of this? So it was as if that everything was well set, and we were just there that we could all sit together and meditate. So we do realize that it is all the effect of the energy that we kept hearing, that these years shift is being happening, but this was the first time we did notice it so very evidently. So people, almost everyone, were just ready to hear, to accept, to move, and to change. So that was as if a magic unfolding. So these are, in short, few things that I thought of sharing to you from the last India visit. However, beautiful things like even being in Dhyana Mahachakram, which happens every December from 21st to 31st of December in Hyderabad pyramid, Maheshwara pyramid. So that was wonderful being there. There were a lot of masters, spending time with them for 2 days, hearing their experiences. That was wonderful. Indeed, one of the greatest things that we did probably was being there. So I also recommend each one of you, for the next time, next December, plan to be in India, because it is one such event. When you are there, just being there is enough. And after that event, you will no more be the one which you were when you arrived there. And only beautiful things, only beautiful souls. So can't miss this. So indeed, we kind of thought of, or rather decided, that every December we will be in India, and we spend as much possible there in Dhyana Mahachakram, Dhyana Mahila Chakram. So these are the things. Yeah, and we also came to know about these Merkaba pyramids. Yeah, so this is also one new thing, and probably I believe, knowing this, everything that we hear, friends, nothing we hear just like that. We hear, or we resonate when we hear, because we need to be there hearing, because that meant something to our life. So we being in India and knowing about Merkaba pyramids, we believe we have something to do with Merkaba pyramids, and probably we will have some Merkaba pyramids here in Europe, and we will be part of those Merkaba pyramids here. So nothing that you hear, you're hearing just by chance. You're all here hearing this because you're supposed to hear, and that meant something to your life from now on. So this is also one of the nice things that had happened during this trip. So we met our master Pradeep, who is now presently in Singapore, but we were very happy meeting him because he was the one being there close in Palamner, south of India, where this Merkaba pyramid had been constructed, not just as a pyramid, but he also incorporated the crop circles and crystals. The energy is tremendous, amazing. So it was wonderful experiencing all these things. So these are, in short, my experiences that I thought of sharing with you all. So Lakshmiji, you were asking about these pyramids. Yeah, you see them. So these are as small as these.
They're plastic, right?
Yeah, these are plastic. Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
So you can, these are 9 pyramids in one plastic, basically. So we just place them in the soil. So these are my experiences. Anyone would like to share something, ask something, please, you're welcome.
So when you said we can make our own pyramids, I was a little curious because the other day I read the book Meditation Made Very Easy. I think that's the name of the book shared by Chandra sir.
Yeah.
In that, there is a certain measurement of how to get to the base and all. So do we follow that? Is it really like, okay.
Yes. No, everything is easy. I mean, these are just mathematical measures. However, we can do it by ourselves. It's pretty easy. I think we shall plan soon one of the pyramid making sessions.
Yeah, before going through this book, I just happened to try making one with just the cartons that we have at home. But I just went with a uniform measurement. I wasn't sure if there is a certain measurement to it, but that's why I just wanted to check with you guys if this is something that's that helps, or probably go with the certain description that's given over there.
Yeah, all pyramids do work. And even without knowing the angle, if you're making some pyramid, it has its own effect. However, if you want to have the best effect, we need to follow the Giza pyramid, 51 degrees, 51 minutes, let's say, measurements. So, yeah.
Okay, thank you.
We will do it together. And what we can do very quickly is we will share the links of our past sessions where we did, say, make your own pyramid sessions. We will do that, and then we will plan one more session in the coming weeks.
I think in this session, when we are doing the pyramid making, we can involve kids as well, right?
Yeah, everyone can be part of it.
Yeah.
So, and Lakshmi ji, we will share also the links where you can purchase the pyramids. So all the details, we will put it onto the group. Yeah.
I have one more question, if it's okay.
Please.
In US on Amazon, I'm seeing like orgonite pyramids. I was just looking, Merkaba orgonite. It had like a triangle with crystals and copper wire wrapped.
Yeah.
I don't know if you have a specific link or what to buy, because, yeah.
Yeah, we will share some links in the group. So there is our masters in India who are doing them, and they're also shipping them all across the world.
Yeah.
I think that would be the best thing to do.
Is it better to buy in India and ship, or from US?
The only thing we need to confirm if you are purchasing from US is so mainly if the dimensions are right. So this is the point. If you are sure that the suppliers in US, they have the right dimensions, you can proceed also that. And if you have any, let's say, if you cannot have the right information, the best thing is to purchase in India and get it shipped. They're pretty much faster and good to have direct from the right source.
Did you see the link text I sent you on how they do Vastu Puja versus a pyramid? I texted you.
Just giving permission. Yeah. So this is how it works. So we manifest our own fears. We manifest everything within our life on what we think is true. So if you think that certain things are affecting in a particular way, we are just giving that energy to that thought. And we make that happen by the way we think. So unless and until we understand this, many times we fall in a loop. Yeah. So and do I need to do Vastu Puja? If it is my question for me, I will never do it, because I do know that energy in itself is how do you say, is just our manifestation. I will have pyramids everywhere because I do know that they do all the necessary
Corrections.
necessary energy enhancements within the house. So I will have the pyramids, and that's it. So you need to take the call. However, I would suggest have the pyramids all across your home.
One more comment, like it's randomly I'm saying. I've been to Pyramid Valley in Bangalore like few years back. I kind of accidentally we went with friends and we attended workshops. And I went to the bookshop there and I was really surprised. Usually when I go to any organization, they have books for only from there. But there in Pyramid Valley, everything was there, like from all the masters. And it is something I really resonate a lot. So
Yes.
now I, after your speech, I will go browsing the Pyramid Valley, and now I feel like I have to channelize my energy in so much in this direction. And
Yes.
Thanks,
Yes.
Ram. Thanks.
Yeah, we have to learn from everyone.
Exactly.
There is no limit. We have to hear everyone. We have to ask everyone, and we have to learn everyone. We have to read everyone's books.
Exactly.
So So we are so fortunate that we have people like that guiding us, like Patriji and every master. So guiding us in that direction, that we have to be open to receive the knowledge, wisdom, information from all sources.
Yeah, definitely. True that.
I want to add something quick, Ram.
Please.
Regarding pyramids. So I got like a lot of pyramids for past few months and placed it everywhere in my house. And I have 6 feet copper one. That's where I meditate most of the time. And also placed several in each room, like just you mentioned. And there is a lot of change within the energy inside the house. And I also got a very small Merkaba pyramid and placed it in the room where I meditate. It's amazing. It's unbelievable. Like it is definitely worth trying. Anyone who is thinking about it, I would just say, just go ahead and try it.
Yeah. You're also in US, Deepika ji?
Yes, Madhu. I got it from Ayappa Pindi's
yes,
I got
exactly.
it shipped from them.
Yeah, that was the source I was referring to, Lakshmi ji too. Okay.
Yeah. And I just paid like one-time shipping, and I got several of them, and it's the best investment, I feel.
Great.
Yes, you're right.
So,
you're right.
Can I ask Deepika one thing? If she can post, does she live in Dallas area or where does she live?
I am in Austin, Lakshmi.
Okay. Maybe when you have a chance, can you send me images of what you bought? Is that okay to ask?
Yeah. No problem. I can do that, but can you just ping me once on WhatsApp? I'll do it.
So you're on the Beam group? Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you. Sorry to interrupt you.
Oh, no problem. I'm done. Thank you.
Great, great. Yes, Sandeep ji, you want to add something?
I accidentally.
Okay. That was a wonderful Sunday session. Great, great sharings. Nice energy. So thanks a lot for everyone being here. And we all connect back tomorrow morning. So tomorrow morning, Germany time, 6 a.m., which is 7 a.m. Egypt or 10:30 a.m. India time, 5 a.m. UK time. So we have Master Yana. So she will be guiding us into the session. And we connect back again tomorrow evening at the same time. So till then, we wish you all great time ahead. Bye-bye. Thank you. Bye-bye. Bye.
Thank you for your time.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you, all of you.